We are in Dragon Age 2. Get ready for a vastly different game than the first. I go through blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Let's make sure all this is loaded in. Yes, sir. We are ready to go. Options. Yeah, we're just gonna go casual this time. That's all we're doing is a nice, easy run. So you have a warrior, a mage, rogue. I'm gonna do a rogue. I can't. I can't put up with Carver. It's basically what it boils down to. So here we go.
Gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pendergast, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here. Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
I should put subtitles on.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
Then we make our stand here. Prepare yourself. Now we fight!
Options. Audio. They're always on. Okay. Here we go. I just see much different gameplay than we just had.
Deal with this!
We can't keep this up forever.
Perhaps we'll be lucky and they'll run out of Darkspawn.
Here they come. Shall I deal with them?
Or
Yeah, go
yours,
for it.
sister. It's too far! Go down! Out of range! Get back! There! One left away!
You see, you're just absolutely... Like, this is fun.
There's no end to them.
No, there's not.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
Well, what makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew him even before he became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess. Your precious chantry's fallen to pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to him, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
Which is what he just did.
You'll need
He literally just made all that up.
story.
That's part of the best parts of this game, is when Varric just makes up stuff and it goes absolutely ham to the wall. But here we go. I'm going to create a character. I'm going to change his appearance because I don't like this appearance. We're making our dude. There's our hero of Ferelden. There's Fergus. we can go orange eyes. That's nasty. His nose is fine. His mouth is fine. All that's fine. Cool. Let's do it.
The Blight have been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Cailan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general. Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The Champion's family barely escaped in time.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
At least
Look on the bright side.
That's no small feat.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please, listen to your brother.
Then let's go. Lead on.
And there's Doge. Run, run, Rudolph. Sam's gonna make it to town. Do, 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 do. Go ahead and level up. In this game, cunning is importante. A, it gives you huge crit damage, and B, it's just important. So, for traps, as you see, cunning determines rogue's aptitude for picking locks and disarming traps with difficulty thresholds every 10 points. So, ta-da! And these are the situations we find ourselves in. Clearly that is the skill we wanted. Inventory. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. That way we don't have to recreate our character.
Wait. Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
So long as we
Why not?
wander aimlessly away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Well, that wouldn't be my first choice.
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Can't we talk about this? No?
I didn't even get to like hit him. And there she is, the chin.
You will not have him!
They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
I mean, I'm breathing too. Does that count? Wee, I jumped. I leaped. Ha ha ha.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
That woman is an apostate. The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
Thank you, Wesley. For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south, that's no way out.
If the options are south or die, I'll take my chances with south.
Blessed Andraste. Guide our...
There, now she's a white mage. Doesn't really matter what you do. Sure, there you go. Slicing and dicing.
It's too far! Need to get closer! One more for me! We're keeping score, right? Ha! Get back!
It's alright, Bethany, I don't need any healing, I guess. There's an amulet, we'll take that. Definitely take the injury kit. Definitely take the health potion. Very good. Take the lyrium potion too. Yay, we have some monies. Woot. Excuse me. 4 fire damage? Alright, well, that's Bethany. So she can rain fire down on people. Take the lyrium potion, that's cool.
It's too far! Need to get closer!
Apparently Bethany does not know how to heal. We need to adjust that.
Out of range! Out of range! Need to get closer!
Quickly. Before they regroup, we must press towards the wilds.
Okay, well. Take care of that issue.
All set.
Some boots. They're made for walking. Everybody leveled up. Good. Let's go ahead and do that. Cunning. See, critical stacks. Need those critical stacks. There. That's important. That's health. You don't matter. You do matter. Inventory. Okay. Well, I found boots. And an injury kit and some money, which we'll take. Definitely taking the money.
You soulless bastards!
You should have wore armor.
And here we go again.
So there was a 17 in there.
Carver, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, Mistress. Your son is gone.
No. These things will not take Carver.
Maybe we should grieve when we're safe.
Don't speak to me of grief. This is your fault. How could you let him charge off like that? Your little brother. My little boy.
Mother, we can't stay here. Carver wouldn't want his sacrifice to be meaningless.
Allow me to commend your son's soul to the Maker, Mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young man a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace he has found in eternity.
And the fact we don't have to listen to him the rest of the game.
I will never forget you, Carver.
At least Father will have company now.
Flames. We're too late.
Now we fight!
There's no end to them.
That's when you just kind of quit on life. You're like, oh, okay, we're done.
Well, well, what have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
Wait. You can't just leave us here.
Can I not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated, and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
If only a clever tongue was all one needed. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. Your king will not miss you, hmm?
I'm sure he'll miss his life more.
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar, an old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
You're an apostate?
Yes, just like you.
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered?
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you're not without your own needs.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
Good point.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
Roast a few more Darkspawn, I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marithari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
Then how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
This corruption is the permanent sort, I take it.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth.
I thought that might interest you.
You expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a matter of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word, and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
And we've made it to Kirkwall. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but here we are nonetheless. With only a few silvers in our pockets. Some potions. I got a new pair of boots. But nothing to write home about.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
They're Fereldans, just like us. Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
That's totally believable.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
So there we go. We got Aveline friendship plus 10 because we let her axe her husband.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
This is outrageous!
I'm not refuse. I resemble that remark. Look at my character. He's totally not a refuse. With his,
Not a good sign for a lot of people.
We'll starve!
Was Wesley based out of the Lothering Chantry? I don't remember ever seeing him there.
He served elsewhere. He was coming to find me at Ostagar. Were you familiar with every Templar in Lothering?
How else was I supposed to know when to run and hide? Did you represent the city?
There are tricks to doing a lot of things here, so. The key is remembering what they are.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
Surely there's a bit of extra room for the pretty people.
I find keeping my neck away from Knight Commander Meredith's blade far more attractive than any of you. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we have family here. Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
Surely there's someone higher up that we could persuade.
The city's been closed by order of the Viscount and Knight Commander Meredith, whose fortress you're standing in. But as far as you're concerned, I'm in charge.
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men? At least it's not boring. That's enough! I'll deal with this! It's too far! Let's finish this!
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Leandra! Damn, girl, the years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My poor Carver didn't make it, and Drastic guided him.
Oh, Maker, save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
Would it help if I said you were my favorite uncle?
It'd make me feel better, but that's about it. I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us?
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
No, we're not putting Mother through that. We'll find a way.
Let's hear it, Uncle. What do you have in mind?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your sister have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
I'm sure we'll be free and clear before we know it.
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Bethany?
We've come this far. I don't care who we work for, as long as it means we don't have to go back.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
Alright, so we basically have to find stuff for ourselves. That's basically how this works.
you Athenril?
He must be Gamlen's nephew. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
He didn't say anything about me, did he?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
We can't afford to be choosy.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
It appears our uncle likes to talk.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Cavril, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the Gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Alright, so we have her.
Remember, it's Mirren or Athenril you're looking for.
I never thought I would find myself
Mirren?
Huh. So you're Hawke, the nephew. Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
I never pictured myself as the mercenary type.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said your sister's a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
Does everyone know about us?
Your sister's not in the circle yet. Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlen cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for shore. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
Have you checked the courtyard again?
He's still out there, but he's alone. And he's not making a move.
I don't trust this. What will we do when the ship comes? Wait, who are you? I demand to know what you're doing here.
What, this isn't the tavern? I'm so disappointed.
Mirren sent them.
I'm not an idiot. I could have figured that out for myself. Look, you. I don't know what that pissant thug is paying you, but I'll double it. Just let us go.
Make it worth my time, and I'll let you go.
Oh, thank the Maker.
Wasn't that coin supposed to be paying us to keep your hide safe?
If you want to fight them, be my guest.
Get ready!
Alright, well, I took the coin, so...
That's right! You have me! Get back!
Nice.
Hey there! What are you doing with that?
Back away from it, friend. Now.
Wait. This is Athenril's doing, isn't it? You can tell that bitch I'm going straight to the guard again.
Care to step in here?
Only because this toad deserves it. You have a choice. Pay, or I beat it out of you, and your men.
Hey! Stay back. Just... take what's in the chest. Take it all. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
Cool, so we doubled our money.
Remember, it's Mirren or Athenril.
I never thought I would find myself.
There we go. So what we did basically was double dip. We did both jobs, but we only turned one in.
You could
So
have
our
given us
gold
something more challenging.
Will you look at
is
that?
2 sovereigns higher.
Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
Ta-da! See, I lost 2 gold, but not 4. I am so smart. Okay. Very good.
I never thought I would find myself.
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Athenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
No more running for our lives unless we really have to.
If only Carver were here with us.
And Wesley.
Well, we're off to a fantastic
Carver's the worst.
start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So he remained, paying off his debt, made a name for himself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
So we're going to get Varric in the party now, which I accept. There goes Meredith.
No. Andraste's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No. You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
I'll buy you a drink before we head into the deep roads. Everyone wins.
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
Don't worry, Bethany. I won't let any big bad Templars come get you.
It's not a joke. If the Templars find me, the best I can hope is to be locked away for the rest of my life. If they don't kill me outright. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
Well, maybe we'll be right back. Alright, that was my bad.
Our uncle's not exactly the most reliable tool in the shed.
He's all we've got. Make us save us. We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go.
How do you do?
Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
Here.
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawk is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my sister as well, then.
Only a little. She is certainly welcome to come, but I'll leave that up to you.
Frankly, I'd rather you take the credit.
Madam, your secrets are safe with me.
Find out what he's offering. We need a way into this expedition.
You're going awfully far out of your way just to hire another guard.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 Darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
I hope there's more to this, like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with Darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
It won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
There might be nothing down there except Darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there, then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find the jobs you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
You named your crossbow.
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
What's to stop you from taking my investment and running?
You'll be traveling with the expedition, and I'll be at your side. If I cross you, you'll be the first one to know, and I'll be the last.
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job, and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
I agree. Let's do it.
Keep a hand on your coin, Hawk. There are more cut person.
Nothing new today.
And this is where the game falls apart. This is pretty much the rest of the game. This city.
Can we afford anything here?
I got bows.
Another Ferelden street rat? Are you here to waste my time, or do you actually have coin to spend?
Actually, my coin and I were just leaving.
Hey, I'm having a bad week. There are few Fereldens of means in Kirkwall. Forgive me.
Are you an armorer? A weaponsmith?
My stock is varied. What all my wares have in common, however, is quality. Only the best for my distinguished patrons. See for yourself. Do you intend to make a purchase this time?
You don't seem to like your brother very much.
And here I thought it took blood magic to read minds.
I had a twin brother, Carver. He used to nail my braid to the bed while I was sleeping. I never thought I'd miss him this much.
Sorry about your brother. Hey, you want mine? I got a spare.
Hawk, long time no see, my friend.
What if it isn't Worthy, the dwarf with the incredibly ironic name?
I only advertise the truth. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you.
Game tried breaking on me. That worries me.
You out?
first, let's introduce ourselves to
Bodan
these two.
Fedek, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandor, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandor.
Hello.
We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I'm all
The thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents?
Enchantment?
Just so.
I thought all enchanters were mages.
Not at all. The fabled dwarven resistance to magic has allowed enchantment of crafts for countless ages. Granted, most dwarven smiths must work for many, many years to learn the skill, but my boy is a natural, a savant beyond compare.
I like enchantment.
He enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
You two don't seem the sort to hire onto this expedition.
My son and I have never played it safe. Never captured a tried and true rose. In fact, we have just returned from adventures while accompanying the hero of Ferelden, legendary Grey Warden and vanquisher of the Blight.
So you helped to defeat the Blight?
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. The hero of Ferelden is a fine man. After all his accomplishments, may he find even greater success. But surely my past is hardly of interest to the likes of you.
Let's see what you have.
By all means, feel free to peruse my wares whenever you wish.
Be careful if you're going into the Rose. It's a favorite hangout of crime bosses and tax collectors.
And here we are in the brothel. My day is complete.
Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
The merchandise is
I've got
up
your
front.
usual ready and waiting for you upstairs.
Many thanks.
I won't mention this to your mother if you don't.
What'll it be, Sir Templar?
Mead, please.
Madam doesn't give a rat's ass about your brat. She pays me a copper every time I kick the little bastard.
Fetch Mummy a glass of wine.
Do you ever wish you lived in Orzammar?
Great ancestors, no. You know what Orzammar is? It's cramped tunnels filled with nug shit and body odor. And every person there thinks he's better than you because his great-great-great-grandfather made a water clock or something.
But they're your people. Don't you even wonder what it would be like?
I have a good imagination. Why would I waste it on that?
Do it.
Okay.
I don't think I can do that.
He didn't really ask you to wear a feather boa.
All Asian, darling. You get used to it.
Are you really not afraid of apostates? Not even a little?
Sunshine, I'm a dwarf, in case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
Tea, a leg of ham, daisies for the front hall, and... oh, what am I missing?
Let's go meet Evelyn.
I thought the refugees were keeping to Lota.
You have to admit, the Qunari haven't done anything.
You're Parthia Mel family, aren't you? I had a report come in recently concerning your aunt.
Good day, Sarah.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sarah.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawk.
That's it?
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Cailan.
I love that life, but there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. You and Carver must have felt something similar. I don't know if that's right to say. I barely knew him.
Death on that scale certainly has a finality to it.
Sometimes I wonder.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Cailan.
I love that life, but there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. You and Carver must have felt something similar. I don't know if that's right to say. I barely knew him.
This is so hard. My controller's being weird.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
I'd been away already. I don't know if I'd still call it home.
Sometimes the best thing about a place is that it's where you're from.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter, though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
All right, Aveline. I'll play guard for you.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Fine day, Sarah.
Oof. some dirty work.
Fine day, Sarah.
I can't do that.
See, I just pulled out weapons in the guardhouse. I feel like I should be attacked.
Please keep it quiet,
outside.
Sarah.
Who are you to talk to me like that, you bloody peasant?
The Viscount must be
The guard
terribly
will
busy.
throw you out if you keep
Yeah, just keep on keeping on.
In my light, do I come to where you work and stand in your light?
The Viscount must be terribly busy. I've been waiting most of the day.
Doing okay so far. We've made it into Kirkwall. We've
How much longer do I have to wait?
Good day, Sarah.
leveled up a few times.
All set.
Not doing terrible.
Not going to happen.
You're looking well, Sarah.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Good day, Sarah.
I feel better now. We have our tank with us. Going into Hightown. We're not going 800 miles out of our way right now. We'll deal with Evelyn's stuff, don't worry.
Your family used to be noble, right?
By some definition of the term.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got all those things. It's sunnier here, and nobody calls me.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
And Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm. The Maker himself.
A grave crime committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family of Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered, down to the youngest babe in their arms. This massacre was carried out by members of the Flint Mercenary Company. I hereby offer a bounty on the heads of each Flint Company soldier in the Kirkwall vicinity, Prince Sebastian Vale. We accept.
Being a guardsman seems like a better life than being a soldier.
Oh?
My brother was a soldier. It's all about taking land and serving some king you've never met. Guardsmen, they do something real. protect people. They make their lives better.
I don't know if I agree.
Neither would my brother.
That's a tall statue of Andraste.
I'm sorry you had to witness that disgraceful scene by the Chanter's Board. I am Elthina, Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. Sebastian's normally a good lad, but he's had a terrible shock.
Sebastian? Was that his name?
Sebastian Vale. He was affirmed here nearly a decade ago. He had just been invested as a brother when we got the news about his family. I'm afraid he reacted rashly, denied his vows, and left the Chantry. If the Maker wills it, he will return to himself before it's too late.
So he's some kind of priest?
He is an initiate of the faith. As a man, he cannot serve as a mother would, but he has led the chant here many times. Before last week, I would have said he was the most faithful of our true believers.
There we go.
He said someone murdered his family.
Sebastian is the youngest son of the ruling family of Starkhaven. They were overthrown recently, violently. Sebastian is the only surviving member.
He's royalty.
Prince Sebastian Vale, if he succeeds in his pledge to take back his lands. He made a vow to the Maker to put worldly concerns behind him. It is a sin to forswear himself for a mere title.
I think his family deserves to be avenged.
Sebastian would spend his coin to buy men's lives, the same as those who attacked his family. No matter how justified he feels, that is murder. And when he returns, I will tell him so again.
How was I to know she was a lady of ill repute? Those eyes, oh Maker.
So that takes care of that. Let's head to Lowtown.
A Ferelden in the guard. What will they think of next?
You have a problem with that?
Me? My family's not native either. I'm just surprised. A lot of old prejudice in the guard.
My. If it isn't Hawk.
Still up to old tricks, Elegant.
Lady Elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
This fell into my hands. Recognize it?
You just stumbled on this? Can't say I'm surprised. Bloody fools.
Give me more coin. Okay, well, there you go.
You want daggers? Got them too.
So I got 42 silver, 43 copper on me. Nothing great.
A little something of yours I picked up somewhere.
I thought this was lost to us, like so many other things. My gratitude.
Good.
I think Uncle Gamlen comes here.
Why, hello there.
Will I see you at the tavern?
Not today. My sisters have me decorating the meat.
Alright, so that takes care of that issue. Let's go ahead and hop into... what shall we call it, place? First things first, our first reagent, spindleweed.
Bloody Pharrell. Who asked you to come anyway?
Quality armor. The best
Another almost 2 silvers. And into the hangman we go.
Drinking from their tab again.
So, here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time. And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
See, my controller doesn't let me just go left.
Are there
for
any
some
other
reason.
options?
None at the moment. Bartrand had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust. I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
Alright, well, let's do what you're
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Messer, is why I'm here. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
Cool.
How come you and Wesley never had children? I
I mean, sorry if that's too personal. It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a Templar. We knew that our personal lives would have to wait. Distance never mattered.
So, what do you do, Aveline?
You know I'm a guard. Why are you asking?
I mean in your off-duty hours, for fun. You've heard of it, I hope.
These are my off-duty hours.
And the trend of you scaring the piss out of me continues.
These are my off-duty hours. Oh. She runs around with me, obviously.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest. My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
You mean this is real? No wonder I can't wake up.
And here I thought that Ferelden you ran off with was a mage, not a jester. Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Sounds like a yes to me.
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
You didn't take your parents' will?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
I always wanted to bring you children back to meet your grandparents. Now, I wish we'd stayed in Ferelden.
Yeah, we totally would have died, though.
I hate thinking badly of family. But did Uncle Gamlen seem a little slippery when he talked about Grandfather's will? If he, say, invested money that was meant to be Mother's, do you think he would tell us?
Gamlen can't say good morning without lying twice.
Mother's been in such a fit of melancholy since Gamlen told her how angry her parents were about Father. She told me she wishes she'd died with Carver. It's like coming here ruined every good memory of her childhood. I wish we could get some of it back.
Unless we somehow turn Gamlen into an upstanding citizen, what's done is done.
Gamlen told me he gave the estate as payment to some slaver who beat him at dice. Apparently, our ancestral home is now a base for slavers from all over Thedas.
Gamlen couldn't have just sold himself and saved us all the trouble.
Can you just imagine him sweeping and scrubbing for some Tevinter matriarch? Seriously, though, those scum have no right to our family's things. We should break in there. Get the will for Mother. I already talked to both of them about this. Gamlen said they guard the front entrance well. But Mother gave me her old key. She said it should unlock the cellar. Apparently the sewers run right beneath the house.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
I will never truly feel at home as long as we are living with Gamlen.
I always wanted to bring my children back to meet your grandparents. Now, I wish we'd stayed in Pharrell.
Ugh. I feel itchy just looking at that thing. Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him. I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
Get out of my face! Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you nagging me.
Hawk, you might be interested in something that came up. A contract of mine, a fellow named by the name of Anzo, is asking around for someone competent regarding a job, and I suggested you. He always paid well, so if I were you, I'd check into it before someone else snaps it up. He said it'll be in Lotan Bazaar at night. Anthernel. Yeah. Hawk, your year's up and you're free to go. Despite what you think, we had a good thing working together. I might pass along an opportunity or two if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Stay safe. Greetings. You do not know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand that you might need some items for my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend the invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city. S is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu, Xenon. Duty. To whomever elects to participate in the charitable deed of assisting the Vale family of Starkhaven, His Most Worthy Highness Prince Sebastian Vale has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication of the rabble who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp farther north from the Elves' Thunder Mountain range. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They are believed to have a small campsite well past any known landmarks. A princely reward awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you, Chanter Talitha. Order some runes. Dog.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Wanna play?
Come on, let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
Poor thing. Maybe he'd be happier if we brought him with us more often.
Gamlen might miss him.
With us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
This is Doge Jr.
Come on, boy. This is no time to play dead.
wish we had the money for our own place.
Get out of my face! Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you to take.
One scrubbing brush, never used.
Okay. Five critical chance, 13 critical chance damage, 8 magic resistance. Okay. See, improve with level up, 5 chance to stun. That's much better. 22 attack, 3 attack speed. I like this one. Here we go. Sebastian. Fenris, Isabella. Sebastian. There we go. Level up. Good. Wow, I got a lot of levels there. That was nice. Let's see, 7 and 14, okay. Really? Nothing? That's kind of surprising. Okay, well, that's fine. Two-handed, two-handed, two-handed weapon and shield. Oof, that's pretty good. So Varric, we don't have Meryl, we don't have Anders, or we do have Bethany, so I need to get that back. Aveline, Bethany, Meryl, Anders. There we go. So there we go. Coolio. Do 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 do. Accept that. I think I'm still needed. I don't think I'm needed in no town anymore, am I? Tranquility. Not really. But we'll head there anyway, because Tranquility is a main quest.
Varric, do you do anything?
Am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joys.
You watch and you talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual and the incredibly dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk and when I shut up. Like if you got paid to guard or unguard.
That makes no sense.
Good.
That's exactly how that works. Weaponsmith. Trinkets Emporium. Okay, let's go ahead and level all these people up because it's important. Inventory. Oh yeah, it's much better. If you sell Sir Wesley's shield, she actually will make a comment about it in Act 2, that you're heartless. And if you keep it, she'll make a comment that you're sentimental. Okay.
Will everyone please just step back? My mother's in labor. The baby's come early. Can anyone help her? I'll send word to the healer, but my son's hurt bad. Turned on him in the blasted bone pit. Everyone in
Take
your
the health
turn.
potion.
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
Is there a way I can assist these people?
If you've coin to spare, we won't turn it down. Donations go in the box up front. Anything else?
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden? The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden? Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Then I'll only ask very smart questions.
I do not joke, Sirrah. You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
We would never turn someone over to the Templars, mistress. Never.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
I can hardly blame him.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within. I can't get my brother off the boat. The grip's got him bad.
Alrighty. Took care of that. Gotta go get Aveline her.
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town. And it ain't gonna happen to him.
Look, we're Ferelden's just trying to keep out of the Templar's sight, same as you.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Maker bless the rule of our King Alistair.
Have you you anything to spare?
There we go. I actually think the game's going to recognize now that I sold it and make the comment that I sold it later. Oh well.
Who's that for? Are most criminals big readers? Seems like... Get out of my... Your mother's bad enough, I don't... Keep it down, dog. All that noisy dog breath, day in, day out. Make him stop.
Well, pardon my dog for breathing. If you think you can stop him, be my guest.
There. Isn't that annoying? Ah, blight take you.
I always wanted to bring your children back to me.
I wish we had the money for our own place.
We'll go ahead and do this and we'll probably call it a stream. We'll get 50 silver back.
God's Naveline.
My mom wants it. Where's my monster white wine?
I think you let this get away from you.
I have never thought to see this again. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Got a rune of lightning. We'll take that. There we go. I might as well keep going.
Avert your eyes.
Let's knock off some Darktown quests.
this would happen. I'll make this nice and quick out of range.
I'm gonna have to do some shopping soon.
Nothing. Scavenging today.
Took care of that pretty easily. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
For a mage, you mean? I could also say for a hawk. But yes, for a mage.
You have a sword. Why aren't you...
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawk. Haven't seen you since we did that job together for Athenra. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the Deep Roads. And right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
We can't all make a living in the Undercity.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? Athenril's scarce these days. And the Coterie have their own mixers. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
So that needs a deep mushroom. Made terrible life decisions. Alright then. And what do we have here? Some death root.
Where's Puddles? He should get some food too.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
Simple side quests.
Don't like Darktown?
Freedom. What a crock.
I'm gonna have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Healers can't do a thing. Not even that mage.
And here's Anders. From Awakening. Pretty much a completely different character.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death, not healing and salvation?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
You
had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the Deep Roads?
Dang straight.
It was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a Genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So, you came to Kirkwall just to escape the Wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no Warden outpost, no Darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the Wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the Darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the Archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the Deep Roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted Deep Roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a Warden map of the depths in this area. But there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
I'm not sure about attacking Templars. I might rather take my chances with the Darkspawn.
If we fight the Templars, it is because they decide that anyone who befriends a mage deserves death without questioning.
As just as his cause is, it scares me. I don't want to give the Templars another reason to hunt us.
These are my terms. If you want my aid with your expedition, meet me in the Chantry tonight. I have sent word to Carl to be there. Maker willing, we will all leave free men. Carl won't be able to get away until it's dark. Meet me at the Chantry at nightfall.
Alright, this is where I'm going to call it because I'm tired, so, and I don't want to stay up till 2 in the morning again, so I'm going to go ahead and call it right here. Y'all have a good one. We are now a couple hours into Dragon Age 2, so we'll see how this playthrough goes. Alright everyone, I'll have this up on YouTube later. Thanks for watching. You have a good night.